What you're about to witness will leave you speechless. Three absolute monsters, three men who have destroyed everything in their path, are about to collide in a way that nobody saw coming. Careers will be altered, bodies will be broken, and by the time this is over, the entire landscape of professional wrestling will never be the same again. This is the moment where chaos meets carnage, and trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of what's about to unfold. Before we dive into the madness, I need you to do something for me. This channel, SLAMZONE, exists because of you. Every single one of you watching right now is part of this journey, and honestly, your support means everything. If you love wrestling, if you live for these moments of pure intensity, then please, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you never miss another breakdown. And listen, I know we all scroll past those reminders, but this community we're building together, it's special. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think is going to happen. Share this video with your friends who love wrestling as much as you do. We're growing this family one viewer at a time, and I want you right here with us for every single upload. Now, let's get into this absolute war. The tension backstage has been building for weeks. You've got Bronson Reed, the colossal human wrecking ball who has left a trail of destruction everywhere he goes. Then there's Bron Breakker, the second-generation powerhouse with a legacy to uphold and a hunger to prove he's the most dominant force in this industry. These two titans have been circling each other like predators, and everyone knew that eventually, they would explode. But nobody, and I mean nobody, expected what was about to happen next. The cameras catch them backstage, and you can feel it. The energy is electric, dangerous, unpredictable. Bronson Reed is standing there, all 290 pounds of pure intimidation, his eyes locked on Bron Breakker. Breakker, equally massive, equally ferocious, isn't backing down an inch. These two are sizing each other up, and the entire locker room knows that when giants collide, the earth shakes. The air is thick with hostility. You can see it in their body language, the way they're breathing, the way their fists are clenched. This isn't just a rivalry anymore. This is personal. This is about dominance. This is about proving who the real alpha predator is. And then, just when you think the fuse is about to ignite, just when you think these two behemoths are about to tear into each other right there in the hallway, something happens that nobody saw coming. Out of nowhere, like a freight train with no brakes, Femi explodes onto the scene. This man, this absolute force of nature, doesn't say a word. He doesn't need to. Femi is 272 pounds of raw, unbridled aggression, and he's not here to talk. He's here to make a statement. The impact is devastating. Femi crashes into both Reed and Breakker with the kind of violence that makes your jaw drop. Equipment goes flying. Production crates get knocked over. The entire backstage area erupts into chaos, and all you can hear is the sound of bodies slamming into walls, grunts of pain, and the shocked reactions of everyone witnessing this absolute carnage. This isn't a wrestling match. This is a street fight. This is survival. Bronson Reed, despite his size and power, gets blindsided first. Femi drives him into a stack of steel chairs with such force that you wince just watching it. The sound of metal crunching echoes through the corridor, and Reed's face contorts in pain. But here's the thing about Bronson Reed, he's built to endure punishment that would hospitalize most men. He tries to fight back, throwing a massive forearm that would decapitate a normal human being, but Femi absorbs it like he didn't even feel it. The intensity in Femi's eyes is terrifying. This man is on a mission, and nothing is going to stop him. Bron Breakker, realizing what's happening, charges at Femi with the kind of explosive power that runs in his bloodline. The impact when these two collide is like watching two trucks crash head-on. The shockwave of it reverberates through the entire backstage area. Breakker gets a few shots in, heavy punches that would drop most competitors, but Femi just keeps coming. He's relentless. He's unstoppable. And most importantly, he's making it crystal clear that he doesn't care about reputations or legacies. He's here to destroy both of them. The fight spills into the catering area, and now we're talking about total mayhem. Tables get overturned, food goes everywhere, and other wrestlers and staff members are scrambling to get out of the way. Nobody wants to be caught in the crossfire when three super heavyweights are trying to annihilate each other. Femi grabs Bronson Reed and drives him through a table with a spine buster that makes everyone in the vicinity gasp. The wood splinters, Reed is laid out, and for a moment, you think it's over. But this is Bronson Reed we're talking about. This man has survived wars. He's not staying down that easily. Meanwhile, Bron Breakker is back on his feet, and he's furious. You can see the fire in his eyes, the Steiner blood pumping through his veins, and he launches himself at Femi with a spear that would break a normal man in half. They crash through another set of equipment cases, the sound is deafening, and now all three men are feeling the effects of this brutal ambush. Bodies are battered, adrenaline is pumping, and nobody knows who's going to walk away from this. Security is trying to intervene, but what are they going to do against three men who could collectively destroy a small building? Officials are yelling, trying to restore order, but order doesn't exist in moments like this. This is pure, unfiltered chaos. This is what happens when egos, ambitions, and raw power collide in the most violent way possible. Femi backs up for a moment, and you can see the satisfaction on his face. This was his plan all along. He didn't want to face them one-on-one. He wanted to prove that he could take them both down at the same time. And as much as it pains me to say it, he's doing exactly that. Bronson Reed is trying to pull himself up using an equipment cart, breathing heavy, clearly hurt. Bron Breakker is on one knee, shaking his head, trying to clear the cobwebs. And Femi is standing there, barely winded, looking at both of them like he's just getting started. This moment right here, this is where legends are made. Not in the ring with referees and rules, but in the chaos, in the moments where survival instincts kick in and only the strongest prevail. The crowd watching backstage, the other wrestlers, the production staff, everyone is stunned into silence. Nobody expected this level of brutality. Nobody expected Femi to announce his presence in such a devastating way. Reed finally gets to his feet, and despite everything, despite the pain he must be feeling, he charges at Femi one more time. The two collide in a sequence of strikes that would hospitalize normal human beings. Forearms, headbutts, body shots, everything is on the table. Meanwhile, Breakker recovers and rejoins the fight, and now it's a three-way brawl where nobody is backing down. The intensity is off the charts. You can feel the hatred, the competition, the desperate need each of these men has to prove they're the most dominant. If you're enjoying this breakdown, if your heart is racing watching this unfold, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button, subscribe to SLAMZONE, and become part of this incredible family. We break down the most intense, most important moments in wrestling every single week, and I promise you, there's so much more coming. Your support keeps this channel alive, so please, subscribe, comment, and share this with everyone you know who loves this sport as much as we do. The fight continues to rage, and just when you think it can't get any more intense, Femi finds another gear. He catches Bron Breakker with a devastating clothesline that turns him inside out. Breakker hits the concrete floor hard, and you can see the impact ripple through his body. Bronson Reed tries to capitalize, grabbing Femi from behind, but Femi counters with a back elbow that staggers the big man. Then, in a display of pure power that defies belief, Femi lifts Bronson Reed, all 290 pounds of him, and drives him down onto a stack of equipment cases with authority. The crash is sickening. The sound echoes through the entire backstage area. And when the dust settles, when the chaos finally begins to calm down, there's only one man standing tall. Femi stands over both Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, breathing heavy but victorious, and the message is clear. He just took out two of the most dangerous men in professional wrestling in one night. This isn't just an ambush. This is a declaration of war. This is Femi announcing that he's the new apex predator, and everyone else better take notice. As officials finally manage to separate everyone and check on the carnage, you can see the respect mixed with fear in everyone's eyes. Femi didn't just win a fight tonight. He sent shockwaves through the entire industry. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker will recover, they're too tough not to, but the psychological damage, the realization that someone just took them both down, that's going to linger. What an absolute war. What a moment. This is the kind of stuff that changes careers, that creates new main eventers, that makes people realize the landscape just shifted. Femi is a force to be reckoned with, and after tonight, everyone knows his name. Thank you so much for watching, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe to SLAMZONE, hit that notification bell, drop a comment letting me know what you think happens next, and share this video. We're building something special here together, and I want you right here with us for every single moment. Until next time, this is SLAMZONE, and we'll see you at the next breakdown.